Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now we are in episode 10 of our AI tools series. Today we are going to explore Windsurf AI, one of the most powerful AI coding assistant available in the market. Whether you are a student, a beginner, learning programmer, or even an experienced developer, Windsurf AI can help you to write better code, save your time, and becomes more productive. So without wasting any time, let's get started. I am currently on the Windsurf AI editor. I had already downloaded the Windsurf AI, so I already opened it. The installation process is very simple. Just download the installer, sign in, and within a few minutes you are ready to start coding with the AI. Once the editor opens, you will notice that the UI is looking similar to Visual Studio Code, making it very similar to the easy to use. So now what I am doing is, now I created the new folder to do API and open that in Windsurf AI. We can see that I already created the to do API folder. Instead of manually writing every line of code, I can simply describe what I want. For example, I will type the following prompt: create a Flask REST API for a to-do application with the CRUD operations. Within a few minutes, Windsurf AI starts generating the project structure. It creates the necessary files, writes the API routes, and even adds the comment explaining the code. Instead of spending several minutes of setting up the project manually, the AI completes most of the repetitive work in just a short span of time. As we can see that in the editor, it is generated the code with app.py, and also it is generated a readme file, and the requirements.txt, it contains all the dependencies related to that project. As I am going to ask the next prompt, let's understand the generated code, what exactly it is. I will highlight one of the API functions, and I will ask the explain this code in the simple terms. Now the Windsurf AI breaks the code into the smaller section and explain each in a step by step and easy to understanding language. This is especially helpful for if you are learning any new framework or trying to understand unfamiliar code base. Rather than simply giving the answer, it helps you to learn how the code works. As we can see that it is generated what exactly the endpoints, what it will do in a simple form, it is given for us. Now let's try another practical example. I will ask the Windsurf AI to add authentication to our application. Here I am just asking add the JWT authentication to the current Flask API. The AI understands the existed project and updates the multiple files automatically. And it also generates the authentication routes, creates JWT token logic, and modifies the protected endpoints where necessary. Instead of editing each file manually, Windsurf AI understands the context of project and performs the required changes across the codebase. This project-wide understanding is one of its biggest strengths. As we can see that in the code editor, it is generating the code changes according to for our JWT authentication. Now let's imagine we want to improve the readability of our code. So I will ask the Windsurf AI to refactor this code with the Python best practices. Now, Windsurf AI recognizes the code, improves the variable names, removes unnecessary duplication, and makes the overall structure cleaner and easier to maintain. This is very useful when working with professional software projects. As we can see that it is generated the code with the refactoring, and it understood my what exactly I want, and it generated the files according to it with comments and all. Click on accept all, that's it. So in the next prompt I am asking the Windsurf to generate the documentation for this to do away. Now it will generate the documentation within seconds, and it also describes each endpoint within a readme file. As we can see that it will generate the documentation in a readme file, the request format and the response format, and how to use the each endpoint. In most of the software products, good documentation is very important, and this feature saves a significant amount of time for a developer. One feature I really like is that Windsurf AI understand the entire project instead of only the current openly project, and it also can understand the context of the project and what exactly it is by analyzing the entire project. If you are a backend or a full stack developer, it can automate your repetitive tasks, generating the APIs, refactoring code, and it can also improve your productivity in the task. And if you are just getting started with the programming, it can also act as a personal coding mentor by guiding you through project step by step. Yeah, that's all about the video. Thanks for watching.